Welcome back to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. I want to talk about 10 things that happened to me only because I'm in the Philippines. I want to give you a little context. I got an email today and, it said, you chose to be here. You knew what you were doing. And I got to thinking, you're right. One decision changed the course of my life. But that's always been the case. I'm going to say something real simple. It's so simple it's going to go over your head. If you're struggling, whatever it is you're going through, if you want to change your life, all you got to do is change the decisions that you're making. Make better choices. Make different choices. One decision can change the whole course of your life. If you don't believe me, I made the decision to stop drinking. The rest is history. That's all I did. I just made the decision that I wasn't going to drink anymore. One decision. So when I got the email, I was like, wow, there's some things that have happened to me over the last almost 7 years that never would have happened to me had I not been in the Philippines, had I not made that decision to move here, to relocate here. Really, to come here to begin with in 2009. And I'm going to get through the obvious stuff first. And it's raining like crazy. That's why I'm out here now. But it's rainy season. But the first thing is my children. The decision to move to the Philippines, or even to visit the Philippines, resulted in me having 3 children. I got 3 minor children. I started having children later in my life, rather. And you say, well, Cal, how do you know that? Well, because when I started coming over, I was 45 years old. There's not too many 45, 50, 60-year-old women still having children in America. Those were my options. I never would have had children. And, people, they get on us about, having children later in life. Man, look, life is precious. Life is sacred. It's a miracle. Okay, we really don't know how we got here for real. So to say that I did something wrong by having those children, man, you have no idea what you're talking about. That's how you're going to be paying child support all that time. You're older now. You don't want to be paying child support. Well, I don't have to pay child support anymore. The timing was right. Yeah, I paid child support for about 14 years. But I no longer have to pay it anymore because my children receive my Social Security. It coincided with that. But really, it's a blessing, man, to have children at this age and for them to be healthy, to be intelligent, to be happy, because they're all doing good. But it never would have happened to me had I not made that decision to come to the Philippines. And whether you have children or not, it's just a choice you got to make. Remember, that's all your life is the combined choices that you make, the decisions that you make. It's that simple, man. We complicate stuff all the time, certainly when it comes to this life. Just make different decisions. Make better choices or different choices, and your life will change. The second, of course, is my house. I just want to get the obvious stuff over with, man. It's just too expensive, man. I bought my first house when I was 42 years old. And of course, we lost it in our divorce. We couldn't come to an agreement. The bank took it back. And I always said, no matter how, no matter when, I'm going to buy a house and no one's ever going to be able to take it from me. Now, all you guys are going to be, technically, that's not your house. Yeah, well, everybody knows whose money it was that bought this house. Yeah, that dream has already come true. I've accomplished that. But this house is bought and paid for 100%. No banks, no financing, no nothing. It would have been impossible for me to do that. I had a 30-year mortgage over there. So even if I would have kept my end of the bargain, I'd still be paying for the house. So I built this house when I was 58 years old. So I beat that by 14 years. But I did that, man. I mean, it's really a great accomplishment for me. But I never would have built this house had I not made that first decision. See? Of course, next is my YouTube channel. I wasn't thinking about YouTube when I was in America. I was still working. I'd still be working now had I not made that decision to jump off the hamster wheel and leave the rat race. See, it all boils down to the decisions we make. It's just that simple. You know, so why are you sitting there, self-pity and all, my life is not going so well? Make another decision. Make a different decision. A lot of people are afraid to make changes, to make different choices. You may be stuck in an old messed up marriage right now because you're afraid. Make a better choice. But it's really that simple, man. You want to change your life, change the decisions that you're making. One decision could change the whole course of your life like it did me. See, this is what I'm talking about today. This is what separates me from a lot of channels over here. I don't have to just talk about the Philippines. I could talk about so much stuff, man. Okay, but people try to pigeonhole you. So I made a decision today I was going to make this video. I don't care. You don't have to watch it. When you make videos, they stay around forever. But this separates me. I don't have to come up with topics and different things like that. I just talk about my life. But my YouTube channel, man, I don't live hypothetically. So all I can say is I'm grateful for that opportunity. I'm grateful that things turned out the way they did, that I made that decision back during the dark days of the pandemic to start a YouTube channel, never knowing what would happen, never knowing that it would pay my bills for many years and have me meet just some of the most amazing people from all over the world. Yeah. But it all started with the one decision, guys, in 2018. December the 3rd is when we left the United States, got here December 5th, 2018. And of course, the next one is my health. Mentally, physically, and spiritually, I was bankrupt when I came here in 2018. I mean, really, I tell people all the time, I crawled into the Philippines. I was on fumes, man. So it wasn't a hard decision, but I knew I had to do something different. I wasn't going to make it. I'm just talking about me. This is my life, man. Maybe I can help somebody today. You want to get in shape? Just make a decision you're going to get in shape. Make a decision that you're going to eat better, or that you're going to stop eating all that fast food. You're going to drink more water. All it is a decision. That's all you have to do. That's all your whole life is. An aggregate, a combined, all your decisions combined created the life that you got now. You want a different life, just change the decisions you make. Well, my health is so much better today, man. You can see. I haven't went to the gym in about a week. If I stepped in the gym, a little bit over that, since we went to Manila and everything, but that's nothing. It's already in my mind. I already got muscle memory. That's part of my life now. Drinking more water, meditating, reading, helping other people. Mentally, spiritually, and physically, I got something in the bank now. And it never would have happened, man, had I not made that decision to come over here. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help somebody change their life today. Just making the decision to come over here may be what it takes to kick off those other decisions that you make. I was looking at Booby today, and that was another reason why I came up with the video. I was like, wow, here I am, I'm 62, I've got a 5-year-old daughter, and, people are going to have so much to say about that. Well, I'm sorry. You really don't care for real. It's just a topic of discussion. Keep the focus on yourself. But my health is so much better today. My peace of mind is so much better today than it ever was. I'm financially better off than I was. See, that's something else that happened to me. I've got more money than I got bills. I got very few bills over here. and very few bills over there. The only bills I've got there, of course, is my taxes and my credit cards. That's it. My credit score today is as high as it's ever been in my life. I've never reached 700. I'm at 739. My goal is to reach 800 by the end of the year. It never would have happened over there because I'm working to live. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm borrowing off my credit cards. Yeah, my bankroll, my pockets was on fumes, man. But when I made that one decision to leave the rat race and jump off the hamster wheel, yeah, it was a tough decision. But if it was easy, everybody would do it. You've heard that before. Some of the toughest decisions you'll ever have to make, man, are just one decision away. That's all. Your life could change forever. It's just one decision away. Put them cigarettes down. Put the liquor down. Leave that old worthless marriage, that old thankless job. But we're so afraid we won't do it, man. Those are tough decisions. Because you only live once. You really don't know how much time you got. Nobody has a set amount of time here. They'll tell you all the other average time for a man in America is what, 72 or something, 78, whatever it is. But there's no guarantee you're going to reach that. John wasn't 72. John was 61 when he died. Mark Thornton, the lady, the manager at the bank, she was 58. I think Gerard Black in the Philippines, I believe he was 70. Most of us won't make it to 78. But all you have to do is make one decision, man. A different decision. Make a different choice. And your whole life can change, man. That one decision changed the course of my life. I'm sitting here now, man. Yeah, some sacrifices I had to make. It's not easy, but I did it. And I'm so thankful that I did because I'm not afraid, man, anymore. So whenever things start getting tough for you, remember you're only one decision away from changing the course of your life. I'm going to say it over and over and over because it's so simple that it's going to go over your head. We're always looking for something else outside of us to change us, to make us better. It's you. It's in you, man. This one decision, you one decision away. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. It's crazy, right? That I would talk about stuff like this. I'm not talking about dating. I'm not talking about cost of living. But all of that has something to do with the choices we make, too. It's all about choices. Your whole life is just the aggregate of choices you make and the decisions you make. Just a combined total, that's all that means, of all the decisions you make, is where you at today. You want a different life? Make different choices. Make different decisions. That's all you got to do. So if you're in America, if you're in the Philippines, wherever you are, find your heart to help somebody. Now, the day goes by, I don't help somebody. Merlin's phone has went out. So for right now, the spin wheel has been suspended because the spin wheel's on her phone. She can't cut it on. We're going to get a new phone, but we're not going to be able to retrieve that spin wheel. So I'm going to have to come up with some other way to give back. Maybe I'll just, whenever I go to the grocery store, I'll go to the grocery store once a week, and the person behind me, maybe I'll give them $1,000 on their groceries. You know, just without knowing who it's going to be. See, that's the reason I like the spin wheel. The spin wheel chose the winner. See, the universe is never wrong. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Don't do anything stupid. Don't waddle in that misery, man. Don't stay in that mud. You're one decision away from changing the course of your life, for the good or for the bad. That's all it takes. Imagine how many guys want to take back that bad decision they made. And women pulling that trigger, shooting that dope, robbing the bank, whatever it was, leaving their family. It's just the total decisions Your whole life is just all the decisions that you've made. Just make better choices, make better decisions. And if you don't know what the next best thing is, just do something different than what you've been doing. Man, I got a life now, I promise you guys, I say it all the time, that I never knew existed. Better than the best I've ever known. I'm on a level of living, man, I'm telling you. You can't make this stuff up, guys. And that's why I share stuff like this with y'all from time to time. Nobody else on YouTube in the Philippines is going to do this. They're afraid to bare their souls, man. They're afraid to tell you about their lives. So they'll talk about everybody else. Oh, he lost his life savings. Oh, she ran off from him. But they'll never keep the focus on themselves. That's the reason my channel was able to gain some traction. Because y'all can relate to the stuff I talk about. Because you did it. Or you know somebody that did it. So if you want a better life, man, make different decisions. Put the cigarettes down. Stop cheating on your wife or your husband or whatever it is. Get a better job. Make that decision. It's hard, though. It's not easy, man. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it.